Look at almost any news report about a cyber attack, and you will see this exact image. We typecast the entire digital underworld as a solitary figure in a dark hoodie, typing away in a basement. Treating every cyber breach as the work of the exact same type of person creates a massive security blind spot. It is the real-world equivalent of deploying a municipal police force to deal with a teenager loitering outside a convenience store, and then sending that exact same unit to fight a heavily armed international cartel. To understand the digital threat landscape, we use this 4-tier ladder chart. This taxonomy of cyber actors organizes the ecosystem by true risk level. Placement is determined by 2 criteria: underlying motives, mapped to the bottom, and systemic scale, at the top. Discarding the lone wolf myth for this severity scale provides a way to quantify the intent and capability of every actor in the ecosystem. The threat profile shifts as we move into the high-risk tier. Here, motives turn illegal, unethical, and intentionally destructive. This tier includes script kiddies, inexperienced individuals who download pre-written attack scripts. They often don't understand the underlying code they are using, but they can still cause severe damage to servers purely in pursuit of fame or vandalism. Contrast them with black hat hackers. These are skilled cyber criminals who exploit network vulnerabilities with exact precision. They usually target corporate databases to steal and sell credit card information on the dark web for personal financial gain. Sometimes the threat originates from within. Insider threats occur when current or former employees weaponize their authorized access to steal corporate data or sabotage networks, often motivated by revenge or a quick payout. Other actors in this tier are driven by ideology. Activists execute coordinated takedowns of government or corporate websites to protest censorship and force political change. Moving to the top of the skill spectrum, state-sponsored hackers are entirely bankrolled by governments. Their objectives range from covert intelligence gathering to securing economic advantages over rival nations. This high-risk tier contains a chaotic spectrum of attackers, ranging from isolated teenage vandals to international espionage units. What unites them is their focus on targeted, specific damage. At the very top of our chart, we reach extreme risk. We are no longer looking at individuals or small groups, but massive, deeply funded institutions. Criminal syndicates operate exactly like ruthless, multinational corporations. They deploy automated ransomware across global hospital networks and supply chains, driven entirely by large-scale extortion and black market trading. Then there are cyber terrorists. Their ideological warfare is designed to induce mass panic, targeting the industrial control systems of water treatment plants and power grids to plunge entire regions into the dark. Finally, we face APT groups, which stands for Advanced Persistent Threats. These are elite, state-aligned organizations that infiltrate defense contractors or financial institutions and remain covertly embedded for months, meticulously extracting valuable data and preparing for systemic disruption. Actors at this extreme apex operate with the budgets, patience, and strategic planning of modern militaries, capable of halting international trade or crippling the utility grids of a sovereign state. Looking at the fully assembled diagram, a clear pattern emerges. The digital realm perfectly reflects the physical world's socioeconomic and geopolitical structures, complete with its own activists, street criminals, corporations, and armies. This is why a one-size-fits-all digital defense often fails. A basic firewall might easily block an inexperienced script kiddie, but that exact same defense will be shattered by the sustained, multi-layered assault of an APT group. A viable security strategy relies on parity. Organizations have to match the scale and sophistication of their internal defenses to the specific motives and risk levels of their most likely attackers. Identifying who is trying to breach the network and exactly why they want access has to happen before any technical response is deployed. The hooded hacker in a basement makes for a compelling story, but the reality is a tiered hierarchy. Recognizing the specific goals of each layer allows us to move past reactionary defense and towards strategic security.